All right, shalom, shalom. I want to begin this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm Shaquat, and I'm back here with another lesson. Lord willing, to edifying to the hopeful elect, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. To you sincere Akim Wakwath, and a sincere shalom to you brothers out here pushing this truth down the highways and the byways and through the YouTube lessons, man. Shalom to you all. Lord willing, this will be edifying. All right. So, I want to go to this Instagram post that a brother made. As he said, these aren't his words. This is words that a brother shared to him. All right. So, apparently this brother had this vision or dream, whatever, right? Last week on was that on a Tuesday? Yeah, the 23rd was a Tuesday. So last Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025. All right, and we are heading into the 2026, coming up on 4 days from now, which is on Thursday. That's going to be January the 1st. We'll officially be in 2026 by the second half of this week, coming up here shortly. So anyway, without further ado, it says, last night I had a dream where an angel came to wake me up from bed. All right. And it says, grabbed my hand and brought me out of my house. All right. And it goes on. It says, he showed me massive chaos in the streets, airplanes falling from the sky, no power anywhere. Stores have been vandalized and many screaming and crying. The angel looked at me and said, it's about to happen. So he basically saw SHTF. You know, he basically saw the peak of Jacob's trouble. All right. He saw all hell breaking loose. That's what the angel showed him. You know, it reminds me of Ezra's, which we're going to get, you know, Lord willing, because chaos is coming. All hell is about to break loose very soon. All right, SHTF is here. It's about to happen. Like the angel told him, it's about to happen. That's probably what I should have titled it. It's about to happen. I might change the title. How about that? But anyway, it's about to happen, man. Lord willing. You know, we're sitting here measuring the times diligently, as Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai hath commanded us to do. All right, now, we know things like this will come up in the last days. Things like this will happen. These dreams, these visions. Because the scriptures told us that this will happen. When you go to the book of Joel, chapter 2, it told us of these things. All right? I'm on the walk, so it's lucky for any noise as well. But this is Joel 2:28, and it reads, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. All right, so the Lord going to put his spirit, going to pour his spirit out upon all flesh. All right. And it says, so that means heathens included. There are heathens that even have dreams and visions. All right, everybody is going to be given dreams and visions, man. It doesn't matter if you're Israelite or a heathen. Some, you know, because you even got heathens bringing out dreams they had, you know. So there you go. But anyway, it says, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. All right. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. See, so upon the heathens as well. There you go. All right. So this is all according to prophecy. All right. That man, that brother had that vision, that dream. All right. And hey, 2026 can very well be the year. We know the average lifespan of a queendom, of an empire, is 250 years. And come July 4th of 2026, that'll officially be year 250. All right, because they begin. America was officially established July the 4th, 1776. So that'll officially be 250 years. All right, and that's the average lifespan of an empire. All right, now Esau won't bring that out. He's going to try to hide that information because he doesn't want his rulership to end. But it's indeed about to end here shortly. All right? So things are indeed about to get very wicked out here. All right? And basically, part of what this dream that the brother was having is going into this right here. Second Ezra 15 and Second Ezra 16 goes into it as well, but I'm gonna just deal with 15 for now. All right. So let's start at verse 1. Second Ezra 15 and verse 1. All right, Salakia. In a moment. Second Ezra 15 and verse 1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. All right? So we've been speaking, the words of prophecy, man. We've been prophesying. All right? And it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So these words are faithful and true. So whatever we bring out according to the scriptures, that's actually going to come to pass. All right? Despite the contrary beliefs of other Israelite groups who believe all hell won't even break loose. Then the guys are going to come out and say, if you listen to me closely, you moron. I said, closely, you moron. He said something about Jacob's trouble. But now you're trying to say he never went back. He never said it wouldn't happen. This dude, hilarious, man. It says, fear not the imaginations of them against thee. All right. Let not the incredulity, which means faithlessness, all right, unbelief of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, right? And it says, and that's a part of the mass bloodshed and things of that sort that the brother saw in that dream, all right? And it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So these are the plagues that the Lord is soon to bring. It's about to bring this, man. It's all in the book of Revelation, man. The sword judgments, right? Death, the white horse represented death. Believe us, right? I'll have to go back and look at that real quick, but you know what I'm talking about in the book of Revelation, man. Anyway, or the pale horse, not the white horse, Salakia. The pale horse, that's what it is, forgive me. Not white, the pale horse. All right, so there you go. So anyway, so the Lord is about to bring the sword, famine, death, and destruction. He's about to bring it full swing. All right, and nobody's ready for it except for the elect. Lord willing, we be of that number. Everybody else is going to be catching them off guard. And that's what the brother has seen in that vision. All right, it says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as concerned as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. All right, because we always complaining, man. It's like it says in Ezekiel 9 and 4. All right, go place a mark upon those who sigh and cry for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. We're always complaining about this damn place, because this shit sucks. And we're surrounded by wickedness, man. It's like the scriptures say, just as just Lot vexed by the conversation of the wicked. And that's what we are. We're about wickedness, whether it's adultery, sodomy, theft, murder, whoredom, whatever you want to say, whatever, all wickedness, man. It's vexing to hear and to see it. Here you go, you get the doom scrolling on Instagram or TikTok reels, and all you see is a bunch of wickedness, man. A bunch of lust. Which lust isn't bad in itself, but just bad lust. Bad forms of lust. The Babylon demon lust. That's all you see. There's a lot of BS, man, at the end of the day. Right? So it says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. It's talking about America. But I will bring them with the mighty hand and the stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. All right, and this Egypt is once again talking about America. Or you can link Revelation 11 and 8 for that, and multiple other scriptures. It's talking about America. All Egypt means is a house of bondage. All right, it says that in the book of Exodus. All right, so this isn't talking about the literal Egypt here. This is talking about a spiritual Egypt. All right, and he's gonna bring out his elect. 2/3, according to Zechariah 13 and 8. You're gonna still be here. You're gonna be judged for all your wicked, profane works. All right, but the elect are going to be pulled up out of that. We're going to be pulled up out of that. So anyway, to continue on, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. So that's what that brother was seeing in this vision right here. Right? Hold on. Okay, so that's what he was seeing in this vision right here. All right, it says he showed me massive chaos in the streets, airplanes falling out of the sky, no power anywhere. All right, so that shows you it was an EMP attack. All right, an EMP attack had to have occurred in this dream. Because an EMP attack, it goes for all the power. A cyber attack, it cuts all your Wi-Fi and all that internet connection, but you still have power when a cyber attack hits. When an EMP attack hits, you don't got shit. You don't got no fucking internet. You ain't got no fucking lights. You don't got shit. You can't drive your car. You can't do shit. Can't use your phone. Everything is fried during the EMP attack. So that's what it seems like that happened in this vision. So could an EMP attack bring shit hitting the fan? Absolutely. We've been saying this for years. Starting with our head apostles on down. We've been saying this for years. An EMP attack could bring this. A cyber attack could even bring this. But an EMP attack is way more detrimental than the cyber attack. And the elites could use that and then, play the blame game like, oh, China or Russia did this. But you know why they really did it. To bring chaos, to completely collapse this financial economy, to completely collapse it and cripple it. And then so they could bring the order out of the chaos. You see the brother just said chaos, that order ab KO. What's the order going to be? The mark of the beast implementing the RFID. That's going to be bringing that order out of the chaos. That's Esau's agenda, man. His Novus Ordo Seclorum. All right? That's what his God, which his God is Satan, which all Satan is doing is the bidding of the Heavenly Father on the left-hand side. But that's what his God, he says his God approves of this message. Anyway, so you see airplanes falling out of the sky, no power anywhere, stores have been vandalized, and many screaming and crying. Hold on, stores been vandalized? Well, let's pause on this 15th chapter and let's go to the 6th chapter. Stores have been vandalized. Let's go all the way down here. In 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. And it reads, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. These are your farms, all right, your farmlands. Those sown places, because you got to till the ground. You got to sow it. Right, that's what it goes into, tilling the ground. they're gonna appear unsown. So your farms are gonna be failing, and you ain't got no farmers on the fucking farms no more, because what they're doing in the Northern Kingdom, and don't know American want to go do that shit, work for pennies on the dollar. So nope, you ain't got no farmers no more, and things of that sort. So none of these resources, none of them are making it to the store, to the warehouses. All right, and then if nothing making it to the warehouses, it's not gonna make it all the way to the grocery stores, your retail stores, your retailers. All right, but also what's gonna bring this storehouses being empty is people vandalizing it. All right, for the lack of bread and great tribulation, which we're gonna go back to 15 to go into that. So it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, because nothing's making no farmlands being tilled, taken care of. Nothing's making it to the warehouses, and nothing's making it from there to the retailers. And then you're also gonna have people vandalizing and going in there and just ransacking the damn retail stores, because they're panicking. Just like back during the 2020 event, that stuff was happening. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. And it says, at that time shall friends fight one another, fight one against another like enemies. There go your Isaiah 19, the Egyptian against Egyptian. Your Zechariah 14 and 13. Well, I think that's it. And it says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. All right, and then there you go. All right, so let's go back to 15. They that till the ground shall mourn. Let me just look here. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and the hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Oh, and then they that till the ground shall mourn. There go your farmers. What's happening to the farmlands. You ain't got no farmers there no more because of what's happening with ice and things of that sort. Right? I just explained that. And it says, and then you also got your working class citizens. That goes into that too. Not just your farmers, but also your working class citizens. They're suffering. There are articles being brought out right now, a little while I'm going to go into, that literally show there are less available jobs. There are less available jobs than there are basically unemployed people. Roughly paraphrasing, I may have worded that wrong, but you get what I'm trying to say. People can't get a goddamn job, and then there's so many fucking ghost jobs out here that you're applying to that really aren't open available jobs. You call up to the job after weeks of applying, and they say, "Oh, it's the position's full." What, bitch? But the job opening still stays up there on whatever website you see it on. It's fucking diabolical. I just showed you this man's economy is done for. And it says, and that forces a lot of people to go and get into logistics. All right, because warehouses are always fucking hiring, because the turnover rate there is fucking insane. A lot of people are always quitting. All right, because it's literally slavery. I worked in one. I worked in the worst position in that motherfucker, order selector. So I know. It's like you in an indoor cotton field. That shit was terrible. You know what I mean? But it knocked some pounds up off, so it's all good. But yeah, so if you look and do your research at the end of the ancient Roman Empire, towards the end, right before they officially fell, a lot of people had to get into logistic work. Logistic work became a popular thing. Why? Why did hardcore labor? Because people couldn't afford to work a solid job because they couldn't get one. The economy was crumbling. So you're seeing Rome fall all over again. But this time it's going to go out by way of fire. All right? It's going to go out by way of fire this time. So anyway, For their seeds shall fail. What seeds? So your benefits, your money ain't gonna come through, the checks ain't coming through. You know, if you had on government benefits, that ain't gonna come through. All right. It says through the blasting in hell and with a fearful constellation. All right. So things are just gonna start to fail, right? So it says, woe to them, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right, to you evildoers. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another. All right? One people shall stand to fight against another. That's all hell breaking loose. That's what you saw in the brother's vision. Let's read that again. He showed me massive chaos in the streets. Is that now one people fighting against one another? You go down, it says many screaming and crying. All right? So there go your mourning woman. Your women that are mourning. Your women that are in travail. You know, and things of that nature. It's going into all of that. Right? All right, so it says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. What's the modern day sword? A gun. Everybody got one of those right now. For there shall be sedition among men. What is sedition? Or uprising. All right, an uproar among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right? So anybody going to regard your president, everybody going to regard the mayor, ain't nobody going to regard your vice president, ain't nobody going to regard your governors, your police officials. Nobody's going to regard them. That's why they're going to have to bring in the big dogs, which is your martial law troops. You're going to bring in the big guns. All right? Because ain't nobody going to give a shit. You know? Anyway, because ain't nobody going to give a shit. So to continue on, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. All right, there go your Jeremiah 30. I suggest you go read that. And in Jeremiah 30 and 7, it literally mentions this is the time for that. The last for that day is great, and there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. And it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right, so all these things are going to come to pass. So it's been the spirit out there, man. Could 2026 really be the year that we get the hell up out of here? And it very well could be. That's 12 months. We got 12 months until we're in 2027. 12. All right, 12 months from now, we're going to be right back here if shit hasn't happened. And then it'll be time for 2027. So I wanted to say that to say 12 months is a long ass fucking time. All right, so a lot can happen in those 12 months. So we could possibly get up out of here in these 12 months, and everything is set up for shit to hit the fan. They already have the system in place. They already have everything set up. They've been had it set up. They just dragging their feet because they want to enjoy this queendom as long as they can. Right? So could 2026 be the year? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Lord willing, it is the year. Lord willing, man. We hope and pray that it is. And if it's not, Lord willing, we're going to keep pushing. But we believe, hey, man, we're in the spirit to want to get the hell up out of here ASAP. You know, I wish we got the fuck up out of here years ago. I remember I first came to the truth years ago. Boy, I thought it was over with then. We still here, though. We still here. You know, and that's all right. You know, the Lord gonna make it happen soon. All right, the Lord is gonna make it happen soon, man. All right, Lord willing. So, anyway, I'm gonna just end the lesson there. It wasn't gonna be too long. You know, just briefly, you know, talking about shit hitting the fan, really. So I do hope and pray that this was edifying to the hopeful elect. I want to close it by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, HaKodash. And I do want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Abba Ball, Kwam Yasharallah, Gadol Abadyam, Lababal Hagadol, Yahweh Mahar, Wa Ahabathum. And until next time, I would like to say, unto you all, Shalom, stay blessed, stay safe. First and foremost, as the scriptures say, go out, do what you got to do, take your ass back home. It's not the time to be partying, not the time to be at the bar. If you want something to drink, go buy a goddamn drink and bring it to the house. Go to the liquor store, get you a drink and bring it to the house. All right? So don't be out all willy-nilly. And definitely if it gets dark outside, and you know we in the winter, so it gets dark early. Hey, man, don't be just out and about, man. That's when the freaks come out. And I don't mean that in a good way. All right? So stay safe. Be circumspect as the scriptures tell us to do so, because our adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, seeketh whom he may devour. So you got to keep all of that in mind. All right? You do indeed have to keep all of that in mind. All right? So be circumspect. All right? Be vigilant. Anyway, Lord willing, that was edifying. Shalom.